Hello, I'm AJ Del Rio. I am this year's Battalion S6. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to put all the decorations on the male Class B uniform. For uniform, it doesn't matter what you start off with. I'm going to be starting off with the ranks for this presentation. It's just easier for me. So for ranks, you want to make sure that the arrows on your ranks are pointing towards your head, so upward and not downward. That's just how we do it, I guess. So they go on both shoulders, on the epaulets, all the way down, and then you would want to rebutton it. I'm going to be putting on the nameplate. Each of you will get your own nameplate, unless you already have it. So for the nameplate for males, it is centered between the top of the pocket and the top of the button. So it needs to be the same space between here and here. Okay, so now it's on. Now you just want to put the backings on it so you don't stab yourself. Okay, so that's the first part of the uniform. The next part I'm going to be putting on this star. This star is the honor unit with distinction. Of the multiple Army schools, we are one of the few that have it. So for the star, for males, it would go 1/4 of an inch above the top of the pocket. We have our clipboard, our inspection clipboard with our rulers. If you ever become a squad leader, it's going to have the markings on here. So it's easier for you because some people don't know how to read rulers. Where's the bottom? So let's just, that looks about 1/4 of an inch above the pocket. So let's hold that here and put the backing on it. And bam, there we go. Next, I'm going to be putting on the ribbons. So if you can zoom in on these, the ribbons have little lamps or numbers on them. You get lamps and numbers depending on the amount of events you've done. So for this one, I have a 5 on it. This is the parade ribbon, so I've done 5 parades in the amount of years I've been here. The more events you do, the more ribbons you get. We just don't like repeating ribbons on the uniform. It's a little weird. So for ribbons, most people use cardboard. It just makes it so that the ribbons aren't floppy. It looks cleaner. Yeah. So for the ribbons, you want to make sure that they are 1/8 above the left pocket if the uniform is on you. It is also marked on the inspection rulers. And this may take you a little while to get it correctly. That's about 1/8. So you would put the ribbons on, or the ribbon bar on, and then underneath, you would put the cardboard. This is a bad angle. You put the cardboard, and then you would put the backing over the cardboard. So for the second ribbon bar, you basically repeat the first step you just did with the first ribbon bar, except instead of 1/8 of an inch above the first ribbon bar you put on, it would be directly on top. Of course, aligned with the sides. So you want to make sure that the sides are parallel and not like wonky. You would poke it through the shirt, and then, oh my goodness, I'm gonna stab myself. And then through the cardboard in the back as well. If your ribbon bars are a little jacked up, the backings may overlap, which is fine. You may have to play with them a little bit. That way they snap on. You don't want them coming off, and then you end up losing the ribbon bar. So that's the ribbons. Now we're gonna move on to the next part. So for uniform, you may notice that some people have the academic wreath around the star. I don't have it because I don't have it. The wreath you would keep the star positioning exactly the same as if you didn't have the wreath. So the star would stay there, and then the wreath, you would just plop right on top of it, just right above it. And then that's that. So this is